We're in Chicago, Illinois, where Francis Wisniewski took a 15,000 square foot warehouse and turned it into the garage of his dreams. From the front, this looks like your average warehouse. Open the door and you're whisked away to $1 million car paradise.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to my garage.
This is every man's dream. Check this out.
Not only does this massive space have enough room for Francis's priceless collection of 14 ultra-customized cars, it also has a little bit of Vegas flash.
This is amazing. This is all yours?
This is all mine.
Francis, this is fantastic. I am speechless right now.
I've always been a big fan of fast and old cars, but I never knew that it would turn into this. I don't collect art. And if you're going to collect something, why not have something that you could drive around in?
So what was the idea that you were going for in here? The theme, I see a lot of Vegas style.
Well, I also have a house in Vegas.
Okay.
So I wanted to bring a little bit of my Vegas home out to Chicago.
The centerpiece of this room is definitely the incredible car collection. For Francis, money was no object when it came to his precious automobiles.
Look at these cars. This is ridiculous. I mean, you have a Chevelle, you have an Impala, you have a Charger, and they look so pristine.
They've all been restored and modified.
So they got a little muscle in them.
They have more muscle than they had when they were muscle cars.
When they were original. Like this car collection, do you have a price tag on these cars?
Probably $1.5 million to $2 million.
$1 million to $2 million.
So this is an important car. We're
this one?
Just finishing it up now. It's a '68 Charger.
You can feel it oozes masculinity. It oozes power. So what is the price tag on a car like this?
Well, it's around $200,000. It was $20,000 when we bought it, and we have about $180,000 rented.
No way. So you spent $180,000 on this car.
Yeah, so far.
Is that? And then what about some of these others?
These are both that we put about $125,000 in.
125 on that one and 125 on that one?
Yeah.
What? That is amazing.
In order to fit his entire collection into the garage, Francis took a cue from downtown Chicago. There's plenty of room in the sky.
And this is a pretty cool lift system you got here.
We wanted to be able to fit as many cars in here as possible, and since we have really high ceilings, it's a perfect way to store the cars. Pull this handle down and turn it right.
Look at that. I mean,
nice and smooth and quiet.
Nice and smooth. The ease and simplicity of something like this. How much are these lifts?
I think they were about $5,000 a piece, and we have 8, I think.
They're great. I mean, you utilize so much more space.
Yeah, but since we're in Chicago and downtown Chicago, we don't have room to grow out. We got to grow up.
And to ensure his cars are always viewed in the best possible light, this luxury garage owner went all out to turn his warehouse into $1 million showroom.
You have tons of lights in. Do you know how many lights you have in here?
I don't know how many. I know it was about $200,000 for the electrical work.
Wait a minute. Time out. It was how much for the electrical work?
$200,000 for electrical work.
$200,000 for all the electrical in here?
You have to make it look like a showroom. You need a lot of light.
Let's talk a little bit about designing the space. And it's really cool to see all the bright pops of color that you have in here, which really reflect Vegas. But you have the glossy surfaces on all of these pillars. And then you've incorporated that with the blue walls and the gray.
Choosing the color was really important, and getting colors that pop, that was the key.
Francis loves all things Vegas, so this high roller spared no expense to create a miniature Las Vegas strip right in the garage.
It was tough making a Vegas garage. There's nothing to kind of work off of. We went out to Vegas and looked for things that we could take and steal from them and put in our design. But we had to kind of merge a showroom and a Vegas room and make it into one.
And the fact that you have that sign in here, I mean, that's Vegas right there.
Oh yeah, you can't be Vegas without the Vegas sign. People like to get their pictures taken underneath this one, just like in Vegas.
So did you know you were going to have that sign put in here when you were putting this together?
I wouldn't have done the garage unless I could have got the sign.
Really? Yeah. That's a sweet
otherwise
sign.
It's not a Vegas garage.
And of course, what would a Vegas garage be without a high roller casino room?
This is kind of a takeoff, what, Caesars?
Kind of looks like Caesars.
Yeah. And then, what's that?
Hard 8 Trading is the name of my trading firm.
Oh, is it really?
We were named after craps.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. And then you have your what? Your casino right in here?
This is the way in.
I love this, man.
Inspired by a real Sin City casino and decked out with his collection of sports memorabilia, this space has everything Francis needs to be a big winner.
You really are a big Vegas guy, aren't you?
I've been going to Vegas since I was 21, and sometimes it's easier just to stay home.
I love this. Craps table? Come on, really?
The only game I really want to play in Vegas.
So this is the real full-size craps table.
This is a full-size. This is bigger than some casinos have in their casino.
So you practice here, and then you
practice
go to Vegas
here
to win the money.
There's not a lot of skill to craps, but there's a lot of fun to it.
Have you ever won like really big money on craps?
Yeah, I paid for some of those cars with craps.
It's good to know. Francis, thank you so much for showing us around. This garage is awesome. It's got a little slice of Vegas to it, yet still all these fantastic cars. Just a great, masculine, fun place to hang out.
Thank you for coming in and seeing my home. I'm glad to have you here.
Super awesome. But you know, the car's out. I mean, we should kind of take it for a spin, right?
You drive.
Love this. Come on, let's do this. Hello, Chicago.